And that's us good to go. Yep, that's all working. All working. Fantastic. How you all doing, everyone? Nice to see ya. Welcome to a nice foggy morning on Forest Hills. Bit different to be doing Farming Sim on a Sunday. I know we haven't done it for a while. It's usually in the Wednesday slots. But we're out of Roadcraft because we finished it last week. And SnowRunner hasn't come out yet because that's out next week. So, you see my conundrum. The usual Sunday games are not available right now. So, Farming Sim it is for today. But an exciting one for Wednesday coming up. I have a new game that I'm thinking of throwing into the mix. We're going to have a look at it. I've been meaning to have a look at it for umpteen amount of months, years. I don't know how long it's been since this game came out. Satisfactory is the one we're doing on Wednesday. So tune in for that on Wednesday if you're interested. I think I've played maybe 10 minutes of it at some point in time. I don't know. Have I played it on the channel before? I don't think I have. I think I've been meaning to play it on the channel for ages and just not. So, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, we're back on Farming Sim today. I want to try and make some progress. I actually want to make some big progress today, if possible. You know, that's kind of the goal I'm going for. Hang on a second there, guys. My Twitch feed has decided to... Yeah, that's better. We're back online. Excellent. My Twitch feed decided to just kind of randomly not show me what's going on. So, you know, it does that from time to time. The browser just doesn't refresh properly. But yeah, we're here in October. It's a few months since the last stream has come and gone, as you can see. Speaking of come and gone, the goat pasture has been removed. The more and more I thought about it after last time we did Farming Sim, the more and more I realised that I shouldn't have bought any goats at that point in time. I didn't have the money to do the proper enclosure, and I don't have any means of getting them grass at the moment, which is what I was hoping to use the meadow pasture for. So, just decided to cut my losses, get rid of it before it depreciated in value any more than it already had. So I kind of just flattened this out, and now we're using it as like a little kind of paving area for my tractor and seeder. But the soybeans are ready to go, so we need a harvester. And to facilitate the purchase of a harvester, I have been getting quite a few contracts up and running. I've been doing a few in the couple of months that I've skipped, but basically these wood transport missions have proven to be excellent, shall we say, in terms of their return value. Really, really good. You know, really, really, really good. Oh, it's unreachable. Okay, no, it's not. You are literally right where you need to be. Oh, you stupid thing. These aren't gonna go anywhere now, are they? Oh, that one is. Okay. And was there another one? There was one right here as well. We might have to drive one of these to the place we're going to. Something like that. That one's going. This one is already here, so we can dump this one off. Yeah, these contracts are proving to be like one of the best things ever, to be honest. In terms of getting money out. Simple job, just picking up some logs and driving them down. This is the one that wasn't going to go somewhere for some reason, because it drove down here perfectly fine. And now it doesn't understand how to drive back. I guess that's a factor of these bumpy little road things here through the trees. But yeah. So I've been doing a few of these contracts just to kind of earn some money, because they're usually about 6,000 to 7,000 per transport mission, and they're easy to do, you know. Obviously with the selling of the goat enclosure as well. Did I sell anything else? I don't think so, not yet. It was just the goat enclosure. But I am thinking of selling the field we currently own as well, and maybe putting it towards the purchase of something a little bit better. Where am I going? Where am I supposed to be going? I need to get to a major road. That's what I need to get to. Yeah, I probably should have gone that way. Can I actually swing back around? Look through these trees here. Try and make a little detour here through the trees. Get this. Whoa! Oh, that was a. Oh yes, of course. This is farming sim, not roadcraft, where you can crush small trees beneath your mighty wheels. There we go. Aha! Right. Okay. Yeah, this is what we need. Get this guy heading on down. Okay, now you, my good sir, should be able to come down here. Aha! Perfect. There we go. Oh. Wow, that guy's flying in. You see, it just gives you these every time, and they're so good for. Perfect. I just got an achievement for using helpers. That's actually fantastic. I love that. Yeah, let's get these landed in, and then we can look at. When did I say it? Oh. Cool. Okay, that's better. Righty. This one next. I have a fleet of these now. Honestly, some of the other contracts on this map have been, utterly terrible. That's kind of, okay, we're going on the side. Fantastic. Because I can't get through from that side. Yeah, some of the other contracts on this map are pretty terrible, and yeah, I'm actually wanting to try and earn some money. You know, I feel like we need to actually establish our farm. We currently have nothing at the moment, and of the old. Go, perfect. And the last one should be coming in just now. Here he comes. Ah, perfect. Hello. We have our final lot of wood. I'm hoping the proceeds from No, I'm not reversing this back. Thank you very much, game. Should fit. Just about, maybe. Oh, no, it's stuck again. There's one more log. How odd. How is this even gonna work? Oh my god, come on, out of the good sir. Right, now we should be able to get underneath. There we go. Perfect. One more little bit of wood. There we go. Right. Beautiful. Let's turn those in, and then we can actually have a look at some farming. Mission collected. Perfect. Marvelous. Because, yeah, like you can see here, guys, it's like epoxy contracts. I mean, this is the best one at the moment, and it's a green bean harvest on this huge field. No thanks. It's not worth 17,000. Not at all. But we now do have 300k. We need a harvester of some sort. That's what we need. Harvesters. Sadly, none in the sale. I've been keeping an eye on them, but there's none in the sale. So, the question becomes, how much do we want to spend on a harvester? Because I would like to get a fairly decent one if possible. Like, I don't really want to get this one because it's terrible, you know? But I feel like shelling out a massive loan for something like this at this stage, probably not the best ideal use either. So, this one might be good actually. I do like this little New Holland. What's the header width of 8.5? That's not bad. What do some of these other ones come at? 7.6. Class 6.2. What does this one get? 8.5. 7.5 and 8.5 for this one. Whereas this one got 7.5 and an 8.5 as well. Oh, okay, okay. So actually, this Holland is probably the best one to get, and at least the machine itself is within our budget. I have to take out a small loan to cover the header cost. And we'll need a trailer as well. Let's, okay, nothing to customize. Let's buy that. Boom. Because now what we can also do is we can do contracts without having to purchase, without having to borrow the harvester. Not that that's a terribly huge thing, you know, but, you know, that's the header we want. So we need 30k. So we need to borrow another 30,000. Can't remember how much loan we have at the moment. I'm going to borrow 60,000. 125k loan currently. That's not too bad. I've definitely seen worse. I have definitely seen worse. Combination. This is the one we want here, so we'll buy one of those. Perfect. 10 grand. And then buy one of these. Perfect. Leaving us with basically nothing. How fun is that? But now we have a harvester. We have a harvester, we have a tractor, we have a seeder. So, all in all, for 125k loan, that's not too bad. Currently. Go and harvest our field. Thankfully, our field is only just round the corner here. is our field. I do actually like being this close to the shop, you know, it is kind of handy in that respect. But at the same time, it's also, like, in some ways, a little bit annoying. But I'm not sure if this is the actual end point of the game that I want, you know? This guy a little bit. It's currently in the way. Park him over here for now. Whilst we mess around with the harvester. Because this ground isn't particularly flat by any means. I mean, the fields aren't too bad, but the terrain is a little bit lacking still. Soybeans. We harvest these. I don't know if there'll be any other contracts that we can do yet. I don't actually know when the best time to sell these soybeans is either. I'm hoping we can keep it all in the harvester. You know, without having to buy a trailer. That's something we don't have currently, a trailer, yeah. Starting with nothing really does hamper your ability to do anything, doesn't it? So I'm thinking that we might need a trailer. I don't think we're going to be able to fit this entire field into this harvester. I don't think it's going to have the capacity. That's alright. These things happen. It's me. Come on now, New Holland. Struggling up that hill a bit, goodness me. There eventually. Maybe I should harvesting to a downwards angle. Just reposition that hill. The tree is in one of the worst positions ever. Okay. Yeah, I think we might. Maybe? I don't know. I'm just harvest in the downwards direction from now on, but we'll see. It just depends how easy it's going to be to turn around. But yeah, I do think I will be selling this field. Maybe even as quickly as we've harvested it here, you know, because I feel like we really should be looking at some more kind of permanent position for our farm. Well, that's better. Yeah, we definitely need to avoid going uphill whilst harvesting. Yeah, help it. That's so much quicker going downhill. Wow. You know, we might actually fit all of this field in. We may fit it all in one load. The harvester, that is. Not that I want to, you know, like, keep it there forever, but it would save us having to buy a trailer, which then means that we well, we don't have that expense. because that would be on a loan as well. Not that it's a bad thing. Just rather not have any more outstanding money than I need to at the moment, because I'm just going to have to make it back. Which isn't as easy as it sounds sometimes. Especially on this map, because the contracts seem to be really cheap, shall we say. I know on some maps there's like contracts that award like 20,000, 30,000 per completion. And it's like, they may be big contracts, but they've got a good payout, you know, at the end. Whereas these ones just have nothing, more or less, in a lot of cases. Yeah, we're going to have more than enough room actually for all of this in one harvester load, which is excellent. You've really done. This is, I suppose it is quite a small field after all, so, but I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of it. But I guess that's how it goes. Oh wow, we've only passed 50%, yeah. Amazing how something can look so much more than it actually is. And I think 58%. I think 58, maybe. We're lucky, maybe just 57 even. Not even that. 56. Okay. Fair enough. Right. That's our harvest done. Perfect. Can't close that harvester up for now, but we may as well. I'm going to ask our friend at the gas station here if I can park my harvester on his land again. Oh. You know, for the winter. Go. Stuff. Right, one field done, I guess. So, how much was that field that we bought? I don't want that one, I just want that one there. Sell for 48,000. Okay. The question then becomes, where do we actually set up our base? Because, I mean, there's a nice little area here. I don't know. Oh, I have to buy field 1, and it comes with all of that. Like, this is actually quite a nice little farmstead, but I'm not sure if I'd end up just demolishing it, you know, because a lot of the time I prefer to just build the farm I want, as opposed to being stuck with whatever is placed on the land. Although this is a really nice flat plot. I mean, even if I sold everything and replaced it, You know, this is a really nice flat building plot. And it is kind of down here in the corner with quite a few fields here of varying small sizes to get me started on. Still not too far from the shop. And, you know, there's a couple of big fields up here that we can expand into should we need to. So yeah, could also sell our farmland up there for another 25. So yeah, I think we'll sell that. How much is this going to be to buy? That is the question. Oh, wait. Oh, 620,000. Right. That could be a problem. Oh no, goodness me. Are there actually any more soybean fields? There aren't. Ours was the only soybean. I thought maybe I could buy a small soybean field and harvest that as well. No, I think there are maybe a few upcoming harvests here that we're going to have at some point. Soybeans, sugar beets, sunflowers. Currently nothing really. Beetroot and green beans here, you know. Another one of those transport missions. Those are fine and all, but not that great. That's a good price, but that is a lousy cultivator for that side. That's like a 6-meter cultivator for that field. Take donkey's years. Even worse for that one. I think that's like no, that might be a 6-meter cultivator as well, but still, it's going to take us ages, and I really don't want to get bogged down too much in doing long-winded contracts like that, you know. Nothing else really worth doing at the moment. So, let's have a look at soybeans. Currently going for a terrible amount of money, and they're not going to be good until June. Oh, I get the feeling we may have to we may have to buy a trailer just so that our harvester can actually do some work. But for now, let's visit our home. Let's snooze. We're done for this month. Try and rapid succession as much as I can do in today's stream. I think that's the goal. As much money as possible in as short a time as possible. So, any good contracts going? Let's have a look. Cultivating. That's not bad. It's not bad if we got that on early. Fertilizing. Harvesting. Corn. That's pretty bad. Ooh, cotton though. 17. It's not a bad one. No, cotton harvests can take a little while to get going. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That is the question. What I really need is some other way of making money. Like, some sort of passive way of making money. But the only way of doing that is either with get some more bees, but really I've got these 3 hives on here already, and none of them are actually 33 hives, you know, that's pretty good, but still not giving me very much honey at all. I'm actually thinking of getting rid of these hives because, you know, they're not produced. Like, look, this is all I've got at the moment. It's not good. Silos. Here really that generates anything. Factories. Houses. suppose I could do some greenhouses. They're never a bad thing, you know? Oh, yeah, I've got the multi-crop in as well. Be an alternative way of actually producing even taproot. Big. I would need some land to put them on, though. That's the thing. I now currently don't have any land. I spent all of my money on a harvester. Veg. I feel like doing crops that are available as harvest crops. It's cheating a little bit. But these ones with the veggies, maybe? Well, more of the same. Ooh, herbal. Ooh, the herbal tea mod. I've never done anything with this mod. Maybe I should get one of these. Coffee production. Maybe. Hey babe, how's it going? 30k for a reasonably sized greenhouse. I would need some sort of plot of land though that was reasonably priced. That's the problem. Oh, crikey. Apparently we're supposed to have a tornado. Look at that weather warning at the top there. Ooh. Right, tell you what. Let's borrow those items. We're going to do that contract. Because why not, you know? Why not? 17k is a good amount, and if I'm going to be spending a little while organising land, we may as well have something going on in the background. Might have to take out a small loan again. Down in the root cellar. Oh yeah, totally, babe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where or when this tornado is likely to spawn. You can hear the thunder though in the background. Well, apparently the sun is so bright that the storm clouds just aren't showing. Which is kind of bizarre, really. Yeah, that's incoming tornado. We'll see if it actually does spawn though, because I've had those warnings pop up before about tornadoes, and they haven't shown up. You know? We'll see. We will see. Field just here, perfect. Oh, it's raining, of course. That's gonna stunt our amount we get, which could interfere with the contract. Oh, lovely. Never used this trailer before, actually, for cotton harvesting, so it'd be interesting. Field. We'll send it to there. see if we can speed time up a little bit just to get this rainstorm to pass. Hope it'll pass. What does the actual weather forecast say? So, oof, yeah, 5 o'clock. Whisking past most of the day here. Kind of get through this rainstorm. Oh, where are you going, sir? That was a very dramatic reaction to me being parked here, wasn't it? Is there a... Seen a tornado yet? Storm is still in effect. Ah, there we go. Cloud weather. Good, 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 good. So, should hopefully ebb away very shortly. There we go. Lovely. Right. Pop this guy on work. And let's see what else we can do. Ooh, 31,000. Oh, yeah, I was saying, good contract, terrible actual, well, good payout, terrible price for it. Yeah, that's not good at all. 6,000 for one of those. Spraying, ploughing. What else have we got? Stone picking. No, those are terrible as well. Right. All right, guys. Ooh, hoeing. That's a good one actually for that price. Yes, please. Wait first. What we need to do next is we need to find some flat ground where we can start some greenhouses going. Whilst we carry on doing these contracts, you know? Yeah. Right, so you, good sir, have to go... Where are we going? Up here, so there. Perfect. Right. Back to the contract list. I think I'm going to have this one go ahead. Because that's still 5,500 after leasing costs. Which is decent enough, you know, for something we can just set off and do on its own. Blocked by an object. Blocked. Oh, now am I? How am I blocked? What, don't you like... Oh, wow. That blocked you? Goodness me. Good job I wasn't anything bigger. Right. Right, never mind. Now that that's done, set this guy off on his journey to destination. There. Off you go, good sir. Perfect. All right. Hey, Groot. Nice to see you. Sorry, I didn't know. I was so involved with logistics there, I didn't even see you popping up in the chat. My apologies. How are you getting on? Those are all terrible contracts. I want to do this one, but I also don't want to do this one because that's a really good payout, but I just feel like it's going to take forever. Field 77 is pretty huge. Look at the size of this field. You know, that's going to take ages. I mean, not that this one isn't going to take ages, but I feel like that one up there is going to take even longer. Let's do this one as well. That's not a bad little amount of money neither. Good, good, good. Righty-ho. Who has arrived at their destination? Someone has. They have. Let's get this going. Oh my lord. What is going on there? Second, everyone. Yeah, sorry, dude. That's really suspicious. Oh, man. You know, I always say, if something seems too good to be true, it usually is. Okay, and higher. Off you go, good sir. Oh. Oh. Whoa, okay. That's the narrowest of little gates ever. This is quite dinky down here as well. Look at this. Another little farm area that could potentially be a good one to go for, but again, will probably cost an absolute fortune. Oh, it's already got a cow pasture? Yeah, that one's going to cost a fortune. Not yet, Groot. I am sorry to say I've been far too busy with things recently, but I will get to it. I did see that you dropped it in the chat, and I was meaning to look at it. I've been terrible. My memory, for a start, is terrible, but also my ability to follow through on doing anything seems to be terrible most of the time. So I do apologise. I will get to it. Tell you what, if I haven't done it by Wednesday, you have full authority to slap me. How about that? On that, or you have full authority to ask Natalie to slap me in your stead. Because sometimes that's the only way to remind me to do things. Whoa, whoa, these guys, NPCs. I was driving a truck earlier on this map at about 60-something miles an hour down the road, and headland, okay, higher. And this guy just turned right in front of me at one point. It's just like, oh, you are kidding me. You're hooked on it. Well, I will make an effort to check it out, Groot. I really will. I promise. I'm so bad at times. No, you don't have to slap me, babe. It's art. Come on. Off the tree. Lovely, lovely. Come on. That's better. NPC drivers are sometimes the worst in the world. So, okay. Hiya. Off you go, good sir. Back to work. Alright. Those are all working nicely. Are there any other contracts that we want to get moving at this point? These are usually really good, actually, but they're a bit boring. I tend to only do the ones that are really close to where we want to go. Actually, that one is perfect for that. See, you'll see what I mean in a moment. You'll hold me to it. Good, good. I need people holding me to things because otherwise I literally do forget to do them sometimes. Toss this last one on top. Okay, and then this guy goes to carpentry. Oop, that's me picking up the thing again. That's how I end up accidentally pressing the wrong button on things. There. Off we go. Right. Now with everyone working, let's see about a potentially cheaper piece of land somewhere that is flat, preferably layered with concrete, where we could place I can buy a car park? That seems a bit odd. That might be a potential one as well. Reasonably flat. Definitely squeeze a few greenhouses in here. Oh yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could definitely squeeze a few in there. Yeah, that's this piece of land is literally a car park and a jetty. I mean, I suppose if you want to roleplay owning the boat launch ramp and stuff like that, that would be fine, but it seems a bit odd all the same. What else could we potentially buy? Some flat land. That's the field we just had, but I feel like that isn't flat enough. I obviously like this farm area will be perfect, but we don't have 600k. The mic is making a weird sound. Are you sure it's not my air fan? Has it gone away now? It might just be my neck fan because it is a bit close. No, it's not. Okay. It's all connected up properly. Or it seems to be. Is it quite distracting or is it okay? A ringing echo in the background. That is very strange. I don't know what that would be getting interference from. If anything, actually, at this point. I think this field actually might be perfect. For greenhouses. 51,480. Ooh. Actually, be able to buy that if we can complete one of these contracts. Speaking of, go. Let's complete that. And then let's buy that piece of land. Thank you. Perfect. Right. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to first of all do a little bit of still there a little. I'll have to investigate that afterwards. There's not really an awful lot I can do right now about it. I don't think, at least. Not sure if you can interfere with a wire, huh? Let me try putting that down there, just in case that's got something to do with it. Other than that, there's no other cables nearby. That I can see, at least. Just going to paint over this field. So, and then we are going to soften it. As best we can. Smooth as possible. And then let's have a quick jump over here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Flat-ish. In most places, kind of sloping up that way a little bit. Now we need to buy the greenhouses. Joyous. Right. Yeah. Trying to get on. Slowly getting his act together. Guy is he expelled one yet? Has actually. It's back here. Oh, right in the corner, of course. Look at that. He has an operating position. Oh. animation was weird. Okay. There's a new idiots, huh? Professional idiots. Channel we watch on YouTube. Hilarious stuff. Check them out if you like young people being complete dodos, but also succeeding in the most charming and charismatic way possible. It's incredibly cute. So I'm going to take a while, but so is that cotton harvest, so we're all good. Anything else we could potentially do for a bit more quick cash? Spraying. It's just 2,000 though, isn't it? It's not really worth it. You see why I've been doing so many of these guys, you know? Because these are, you know... Oh, there's another one there. Literally the same contract that we just did. They're so easy, but at the same time they're incredibly. If I just did nothing but these all the time, it would be a bit boring, don't you think? But they are quite profitable in their own way, you know. But yeah, that channel is the Professional Idiots, is what they're called. They are very funny to watch with their antics, shall we say. They remodeled their parents' home, for example, like the entire house, top to bottom, and like blogged the entire thing. And now they're trying to renovate, what was it, Italy? A barn in Italy into a summer house. It's like, they're mad, but they're adorable in their madness, you know? It's actually not doing too badly at the moment. Right. That's going well there. That's going well-ish. This guy's definitely proceeding, but it's taking a bit of time. And the other one, what was the other one we were doing? There was one other one, wasn't there? Oh yeah, the hoeing is nearly done in field 13. That's good. Okay. So, we need... How much money do we need for these greenhouses? Let's have a look at that. Tab. Greenhouses. I actually do want to try this herbal tea one. What's the difference? Does that say it means compost? I suppose that's a cheaper way of starting. But this only needs water. So we need 30k. So I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to take out a little bit more loan. I'm going to go up to 200, I think. There we go. 200k loan gives us 80k, which is enough for 2 greenhouses. Let's just fly across the lake and pop a couple of these down. think what I want to do is level the ground just a little bit more. What's that going up? This is what happens when you start trying to brush strength. Start trying to use the level tool to do things, that's when it becomes really, really bad. Sometimes find the soften tool actually works better as a leveler than the level tool, you know? Okay, let's try that. Houses. There. There. And now we level. Up here. Kind of flatten out a little bit of territory for us to build on. Isn't gonna. This seems to be lower than the surrounding area. A little bit. Corner. Need access to this upper part here actually, so if even if we create quite a sizable drop here, so long as we're not needing to use this for anything else, should be fine. Creates a bit of a road as we can without interacting with it too much. That's better. Yeah, that looks good. Don't want to interfere with the road too much. We can help it. As far out of that corner as we can. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now what we do here is we come down in size, soften that a touch, doesn't look too cliff-like. Off a touch. That should be good. Yeah, look at that. Effect. Okay. Marvellous. Alright. Now let's get our second greenhouse in. Go for... May as well just go as close as possible. That. Perfect. And now what we need is we need cultivation factories. Factories, I think it is. Yeah. water pump there. Perfect. Oh. How does that not... Back! Why are you carting that around with you, good sir? Come on now. It's supposed to auto-eject. Finished. It's doing well. This one is also doing well. Ah, this one's arrived. Perfect. Okay, so turn this one in. Excellent. Oh, bad. That. Oh. Oh, there was 2 to collect, that's why. Whew. Thought something horrific had happened there. I completely missed something. I'm not unloading that bale. Did it just get stuck? Right. What I wanted was this. Water pump. And distribute. Large greenhouse. Now, I have no idea which ones of these I actually need. I guess I'll just make them all. And then we'll just see what happens. Suppose I should actually look at the factory one for that as well. Bottom. Sugar pack. Straw pack. Carpenter's shack. Oh my god, look at that. That is so cute. Ooh, that would be a good one. Probably be quite slow, but it just makes furniture out of wood. Ooh, okay, okay, that would be really good. You'd put that in our front garden. Look at that. Probably not, though. Probably want to put it in a wooded area. It's good. Oh, okay, so we've got to dry things. Oh, dryer. 15k. Oh, yes, please. Yes, that is perfect, actually, because we can put it here. Yeah, I think here is going to be fine. Beautiful. Okay, so there's a modern factory. Products and yeah, yeah. All right, so yeah, these two are like the same factory basically, kind of. That makes tea bags. So does this. Oh wait, does this do everything? Ah, yes. There you go. There you go. This factory does everything. It does the drying and the main production. Otherwise, you have to use one of these, an old dryer or a modern dryer. I'd imagine the modern one probably works faster, but this will do for now. And then that is what's needed to actually, that will fit perfectly in there like that. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, you know? Okay, so in that case, old dryer. We'll set these to... Oh, no. Don't want that. Distributing those. So, and then this takes immense amounts of everything. So, we can just sell those products straight out. What's the difference between dried stuff? Oof. Oof. Okay. Either this produces a lot, or it's just not very good. Just sell for normally. Okay. And then tea bags? What are the tea bags? Oh, there's where the money's in. Okay, that's where the money's actually there, once you've got it made into actual tea. So the next goal is to get enough money to buy the actual production factory. Haha! Right. Good stuff. So, we need money. We need money. Money. Haha. More good contracts to do. Do 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 do. Whilst we're here, as well. Cultivating. The harvests are still pretty bad. Worth it. 3,000 a pop. Really that great, is it? Still going around with that baler. Alright. Let's get this guy loaded up. Here I was saying I wanted to speed through a few months to get some progress under our belt, but I feel like as long as we're actually earning a decent amount of money, then we don't really need to progress too quickly. Now we have a game plan, which is something I've lacked for a while. At first I thought the game plan was going to be honey, then I thought the game plan was going to be goats, and now I think it's going to be herbal tea. I think herbal tea is where we'll start making our money. I hope so. Certainly wouldn't hurt to try it, I think. Go. One log that doesn't want to fit. Nope. Cultivated. Oh, that's good. Actually, that ploughing is a lot further forwards than I thought it was. Set destination. Just here, please. Perfect. Gonna falter when it gets to full, or is it gonna keep on going? It needs to drop this bale. Okay. Is it going to drop the next one immediately? That's a good question. Just going to sit there. No, it is. It's actually just going to sit there again. How strange. I don't know why it suddenly decided to start doing that, but hey ho, so long as it actually drops the bale eventually, that's fine, you know? Right. We've got a contract finished there, collect that one, thank you very much. The wood transport is on its way as well. Okay, we are slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. These contracts are to a penny. These just keep reappearing on this map like consistently. So if I need to make some more money and do like 20 of them in a row, I'll do that later. Just to kind of get some money flowing, but for now I'm only going to do a few of these as and when they're nice and easy. Like I said earlier, they are a bit dull to watch, but it's a nice, easy 7k every time, you know? Which is pretty darn good. Let's go as well. If we can get 95k, right, without taking out any more loan, then we can get a production facility, and then we can go from there. I've also got this radio tower. I usually do put one of these down if I can. I don't have the money for that yet. Going for the renewables as well. I don't think these are particularly worth it, but this radio tower is always good. I wish these actually made more money, you know, because I actually love the idea of having like a field of wind farms, windmills, you know, but their return is terrible. It says 0 to £67,000 a month, which makes you think, oh, £67,000 a month, that's going to pay itself off in like a year. I don't think I've ever paid one of these off, you know? They're just ludicrously expensive for the money, you know? But I think we might invest in a radio tower on our property up here. That will start bringing in some money. Does our land include that bit up here? No, it doesn't. I was going to say it would be awesome if I could like put it on the edge of this property. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but maybe I could put it down in this corner where it's going to be like slightly more out of the way. Let's go down and get that next one up. Right, there we go. Speed going. Speed. This should actually be perfect because this is going to be a second bale. There's a third bale on the back there, and hopefully that means that harvester will have just one more bale in its inside, and then we'll just have 4 bales. This one should actually pay out a good amount of money. over just... Got nothing else to do at this point in time other than to finish these two. And then I think we will move ahead to the next month because everything else is just same old, you know? Yeah. Same old. So we can get that radio tower up and working as well. Better, you know? Yep, right. Yes, I'm doing this without GPS, but I feel like I don't really need GPS for this. It's easy enough to kind of keep the edge as close as possible. On automatic drop, that's what I didn't turn on earlier. On once we get down to the bottom. Actually, you know what I could do? Maybe. Thinking with portals moment here, guys, but once I get to the end here, what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to try and drop this bale into the tractor, into the trailer, right? So if we come over here, back into this guy. Just reverse this up on the automatic drop. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, steering there. Oh, we're so close, come on. So close to finishing. I don't know if we'll get any contracts in December other than log related contracts. It may just be a case of working, progressing all the way through to winter. That being said, there might be some cultivation contracts. Cultivation, maybe ploughing, perhaps. Maybe some spraying contracts. But unless they're on a decent sized field with a good sized piece of equipment, they're still not gonna be like worth it. Right. Take too much. Oh. Second, everyone. Goodbye. Just love these spam bots. So many of them. If I actually got a follower for every spam bot that I got, like an actual follower, I'd actually be pretty pleased with channel growth, you know? But it seems to be the only people that drop by are spam bots. And regular viewers, of course. I appreciate you all. Just be nice to have some more friends, you know? I'm a nice person, honest. I'm such a dork, you know? Really am. What can I say? I just wish I had more people. Well, that's true for most streamers, isn't it though, isn't it? Oh, that's the contract finished, and I think for the 2 or 3 rows of this, we should be done here as well. It's true. What? That I'm a dog? Yeah. Thought so. That I'm nice. Aww. Aww. Thanks, babe. Aww. That's very kind of you to say. You could have easily gone with the dork comment, and I totally would have been fine with it. But that's so sweet. Thank you. Ah, man. I'm gonna get all of this in one bale. I'm starting to wonder if we're actually going to be 4 bales and a tiny little bit. So annoying. Get it in 50%. 1,200 litres. Close. Very close. So close. Ooh, we might do it though. I think we're going to do it. It's going to be 3 and like 9/10 of a bale. Because that means we don't have to come back for one, and I don't have to try and find some crazy way of securing one to the outside of the lorry or anything like that. Okay, so load bale early. Hope that empties the pre-chamber. And no, it does not. Just lost 1,700 litres. Hopefully that isn't going to mess with our contract completion, but I think we should be okay. Further around. I thought that was... I've got a solar eclipse that's following me. That's kind of weird. We're escaping the solar eclipse. Yeah, I thought it was this place here on the right that we were taking it to, but it's not. It's the one just further up the road. Look at that guy, he just pulled out in front of me. I'm a huge, mega fast lorry coming through, dude. I do beg your pardon. Yeah. Out of my way. Drop off here. Just here. It's just here. Road. That's not where I have to drop it. Oh, yes it is. Okay. Strange. Oh, I suppose they didn't all count as unloaded until I'd actually unloaded all of them, maybe? Okay, let's hand those in. Do we have our money? Yes, we do. Look at that. Perfect. Let's get one of these set up. Mean land not owned by me. That's a perfect place for it to go. Can you imagine if I could actually get it there? That would have been perfect. How dare that bit of land not be owned by me? Tuck it in out of the way somewhere, but... Ooh, that would work. Boom. There we go. Perfect. Lovely stuff. Right. Let's, visit of this. Look at this, look at this. Look at all the details here. That's delightful. Tower. Wow, that's a lot of metal to be suspended on such a little thing. I suppose that's why it's got these posts, isn't it? But yeah, that's a good enough spot for it, chucked in there. Perfect. Right. Okay. Let's. I suppose we'll head back here. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do. We have no more active contracts. No other contracts are really worth doing apart from more of these wood transport ones. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's for the next day. See just how much snow there is. Loan payment is starting to jump up now, isn't it? Right. Any good contracts? Yeah, like I said, cultivation contracts, wood transport, and dead wood. Delightful. What did that radio tower actually bring us in, though, in terms of money? 1582. Is that it? That was it. Okay. Yeah. December. Nothing going. We won't get any interesting contracts now until March, I don't think. So it may just be that we have to sleep through everything. But we don't have any big things to do at the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, where's the rose hips? Rose hips. Lemon balm, mint, peppermint, verbena, dried linden. Linden? We don't have rose hips or linden going through the factory. Interesting. Get those. Those come from Oh, okay, there we go. That's where we get the rose hips from. And that's where we get the linden. Dog rose, it's called. I suppose I should put some of these down. I don't know if they're going to be that important though. Are we definitely going to need linden and dog rose for the factory? I don't have the money to mess with that right now, and we need to get the factory before we can even work that out. So let's just nice little tree. It's kind of cute, I will say. Yeah, we need the money before anything else. It's not even a full pallet of honey. I think, guys, once we have a full pallet of honey, I'm gonna get rid of the beehives because they're not doing anything. I know honey production is generally quite slow, but I didn't think it was going to be this slow, shall we say, which is mad. Because it's incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. Alright, skip through January. Ooh, property income 15k. That's more like it. Okay, okay. Potential, maybe potential machine. Windrower. Mercedes tractor. Really bad cultivator, really bad seeder. There's nothing there, is there? Contracts. Cultivating. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually quite good. Actually, yeah, well, this one definitely. Let's borrow that. Oh, this big boy. That's a proper tractor to have on an American map. Look at the size of this guy. I think this is from the Plains and Prairies DLC. Very cool piece of kit. The same field we just did the cotton harvest on, actually, so not that far away. Well, it may take a little bit longer to cultivate than anything else. Not too bad of a cultivator, but I think maybe 8 meters. This is about an 8-meter cultivator. It kind of makes me think that size. Might be 6. I don't know, but I feel like that's... Each of those sides looks to be about 4 meters. Yeah. Start with the headlights. Okay. Go. It's going to take his sweet time. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this little bit for him because he's obviously quite confused. maybe I will go around one headland. No, I pressed higher. Okay, we'll just let him do his thing. Ploughing. Oh boy. That ploughing is generally always slow, but I'm already doing it. That is, I mean, this is a pretty huge plough, you know, for a start, and a pretty huge tractor. So, let's go. I usually steer clear of ploughing contracts simply because sometimes they just take far too long to do. This is the biggest plough in the game, with one of the biggest tractors in the game, on a field that, whilst the size is not too bad. So, let's just send this guy. Set destination. Right. Yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Turn. There's a boy. Really didn't need that much turning lock, but okay. Never mind. He's on his way. He's looking good. That one doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Let's do this one whilst we are waiting for those two contracts to go through. Now we get to use a little trailer as well. Oh. This guy needs to go. Destination. Tell him to go just to there, and then we'll take over. Okay. Well, this is actually producing quite a good amount of these materials. Now look at that. Oh, wow. A lot of time. Goodness me. That's a lot of time. Actually, if we are 35, 40, 50, 60,000. 70, 88,000. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mate. There aren't NPC drivers, like, seriously. I'm about to turn traffic off because that was ridiculous. It was actually quite... Get yourself organised. Forwards. That's it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Right. Let's get this guy in the field. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him start with the up and downs, then do the headlands afterwards. Yeah. Because... Go. There we go. Now he's gone. Good stuff. Yeah, look at the size of that plough. That's not a bad size plough. It's not perfect either by any means, but certainly not bad. Take over from here. Wood pile. Been to this one before. It's all the way over here in the middle of the jungle. Solo, please. trailer. I'm up. Perfect. These ones. So many god rays, look at that. Whoa. It's the portal to heaven or something. It's ridiculous. Like, ha! Holy light. I expect like a hero in like white armour on a horse with a big lance to come riding out of the trees all of a sudden. Okay, good sir. You can now drive yourself over to wherever it is we need to take this stuff. Over to there, isn't it? Yes, so you are going right here, like so. Perfection. Guy has completed a lap, almost. To sort this corner out ourselves here, otherwise we get very confused. Trim off this corner as much as possible. Feel like it has to do that bit now. It's not got to go quite as far into the undergrowth. Higher. Off we go again, good sir. Right at the edge of the map here. Look at those rolling fields continuing on into the distance there. Right. That's going well as well. That might actually take a while, but let's hope it doesn't take too long of a while. That is the quest. That is the ultimate goal here. Anything else? I don't want to do this one as well. I feel like I need just a little bit more money. Yeah, let's do this one as well. Because any little bit of money that we can get in order to get that factory so that we can get that producing over the winter months is fantastic. If I remember rightly, it's kind of like March kind of time is when the tea is at its best price. There. And then let's just have a little look at the tea actually, because it's May and January. Okay, yeah, May again, and kind of January. May again. So May is the best price. So actually, if we can get the factory established now. Get those products that have been produced here into the factory post haste. At least then we can also see if we need to do linden and rosehip in order to get the best tea. It's kind of weird to be doing herbal tea on an American. I just realised how actually comical that is, considering that it's just been the 250th anniversary of the founding of America, which include the Boston Tea Party. Wasn't that that was like the the catalyst, wasn't it? I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure Natalie will correct me if I'm wrong, but I know the Boston Tea Party was a big part of kind of like, the start of American independence and all that. But yeah, being from the UK, we basically don't get told American history because they're too busy telling us about the British Empire. Or in my case, the Romans. So much about the Romans in my school. Like, they must have had, like, a subscription service to the Romans because I did the Romans in my history class 3 years on the trot, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 3 years on the trot. Well, certainly it was 2 years on the trot, if nothing else. We just did Romans. Just Roman. Everything was Romans. It was kind of crazy. Considering the vast, broad, and extensive history of the UK, in terms of like, history stretching back 2, 3, 4,000 years, in terms of stuff that was going on, like we had the Saxons, we had the Vikings, we had the Celts, there was the French, the Spanish. I think most European countries had a piece of us at some point in time. Yeah, sure, the Romans were quite a big part of UK history. We did get occupied by the Romans at one point in time, and we've got Hadrian's Wall and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, our school loved the Romans so much, which kind of sucks because I actually feel like my knowledge and my education in terms of history is vastly lacking because literally all we did was the same thing. Kind of disappointing. But yeah, that in a nutshell is why my knowledge of other countries' history is so abysmal. But yeah, no, I do know that the Boston Tea Party was a thing, a big thing that happened. All of that. That was part of American history, part of American independence. So yeah, it's kind of funny that I'm making herbal tea on an American farming sim map. That's where that went. Okay, let's get that one finished. Anything else here? No, not really. Do some more. Do another wood transport mission. I'll be real, I don't want to do any more wood transport missions. They're so boring. So boring. I mean, the money's fine, but yeah, oh my lord. That would have been a really good mission if I had that carpentry building. Plonk it down in a wooded area. Get myself some carpentry stuff. Okay. So, we are... Cultivating is actually progressing quite nicely on that cotton field. That ploughing is going to be the one that kills us. I wonder how much it would cost for me to hire a plough. Let me just see here. Vehicles. What do I have? This has 225 horsepower. Could I rent a plough, and go and help that guy? I probably could. But how big of a plough could I get? And where are they in this fiendish thing here? There, plough. Because I know ploughs take quite a bit of horsepower. 300. Sadly, I don't have enough for that. I could get this one, 210 horsepower. What would that be to lease? 2,500. I could grab that with my actual tractor and go up there and give him a hand by starting like around the edges and just doing round. Yeah, let's do that because that will actually give us something to do, and B will speed up the ploughing contract, which is something that needs to happen. Good amount of money, but we need to speed it up. Oh, right here, anyways. All good. Can I put do modifications? I wonder if I can add some front weight to this because... Oh wait, no, I'm not actually going to need a front weight on this because once it's up and running... Oh, wait, whoa. Fold it, please. That's better. Is it going to... There, that's better. Okay. Now we're good. I was going to say, otherwise it would be slightly problematic there. That ploughing is falling behind even that other cultivating job now. So we definitely need to help this guy out. And, you know, 2,500 is 2,500 I'd rather not spend, but if it gets us like 30,000, then that's fine. Oh, there's a collision. Oh, wow, okay. You see, that guy turning into that's exactly where I had a crash with my 90 kilometer an hour wagon. And it's like the car just pulled straight in front of me. It's like, ah! I didn't know driving in this game was supposed to be that accurate to real life. Need some dash cams in my vehicle. That would actually be kind of hilarious if, like, you know, you could be involved in, like, if they I don't know, I don't think the developers would ever do this, but if someone created a mod for like insurance damage, so if you crashed into an NPC car or crashed into an NPC fence or something, or if you like drove a tractor across someone's field and churned up a load of their crop, they could like launch an insurance claim against you. Like, and you could equip your vehicles with like dash cams to prove that it wasn't your fault. I'm not sure if that would be too much to put into one mod or how it would even work. But, oh, is this guy going to stop? Oh, he wasn't going to. But that could be kind of hilarious, don't you think? I think so. I think that would be hilarious. Right. Okay, unfold plough, please. Marvellous. And then let's have some steering assist. Okay. Inch, lock in there. Lower plough. Let's go. Beautiful. And if I go round the outside, right, with this guy, that will mean that big ploughing with plough face over there doesn't have to go around this edge as much. Which is where where this contract is gonna lose a lot of time. Ah, lovely stuff. I actually might start making some progress. Get those words in order eventually. stuff. Up here. 3 lower. Perfect. Good stuff. I want to say ploughing in this game is something that I have never really done. Like, can't really blame me. It's a terrible job. it's awful. I think honestly, I think ploughing is probably one of the worst things to have to do in this game. It's slow. It's kind of obnoxious. The amount of horsepower you need for even the smallest of plows is crazy. And then even the biggest of plows is minuscule compared to, you know, say a cultivator. Yeah, lovely. Lovely. Round. Beautiful. I'm going to advance time a little bit just to kind of try and get rid of some of these god rays because it's becoming increasingly impossible to see. We're just going to not be... Are they always going to be present, kind of, because of the low position of the sun? That'll do. Stuff. I'm going to do one come round with the plough, and I'm going to put it on a worker to carry on doing because it's a bit of a mug's game, this, I will say. Uphill, now it's struggling. But 33k, it's not bad, you know. Good. 35k even. 35k, even better. Strip. Perfect. And plough. Lovely. I'm just hoping that those tiny little pieces that I'm missing aren't going to come back and haunt me. I put this thing on a worker and it's going to be like, oh, start with a headland. It's going to be like, aha, right, I've got to go back and get these tiny little pieces that he missed. They missed. Ah. Get my own pronouns wrong these days. Change. Okay. That being said, I don't regret the decision for a moment, you know? Not at all. life over the last 6 months, I would say. 5 months, 5, 6 months, something like that, has just transformed itself overnight, you know? Absolutely mad. There we go. Right, onwards. Shame I can't plough at like 40 miles an hour, that would be fantastic, but alas, is Mr. Tractor. Down the bottom end. Oh, there he is. Just see him in the fog there, working away at the bottom. Not done such too bad of a job, to be fair. Nearly made it round one headland. On the worker. Right, so front, headland, start with the headland, okay, higher. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to start from here. Oh, he is. He's going to pop that over. Is he going to start from here? I think he's a little bit confused. I'm sure this guy actually gets himself organised before we go anywhere, but I think we should be good there. Yep, there we go. Ease off. Excellent. Excellente. Right. Should I do that one? Yeah. I think, like, any little extra bits of contract that I can do are going to be worth it at the moment. That ploughing is going to take a while, so if I can fill all the available time, tractors doing other stuff, then fuck. Yeah. Not mistaken. Over the bridge. Let me just see if I am mistaken. Yeah, I could go that. It probably would have been quicker to go the other way, but yeah, I can come this way. Maybe not quicker by much, but maybe a little bit quicker. Straight down. Yeah, I need to come down here and then around. Oh, I actually need to follow the train tracks. Ooh, risky. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are we going to meet the huge train coming in the other direction or not? Oh, playing chicken with a train. Potential train. And we're safe. Okay. Perfect. Start with the head with me as well. Okay. And go, sir. Blocked by an object. It's blocked by an object. Oh, the object was the other plough. Steady on, my sons. Oh, come on. You don't need to go. What? Shoot. That's better. Now they can figure themselves out. How dare you two just happen to be in the same piece of field at the same exact time? How very dare. Disgraceful is what that is. Disgraceful, I say. There's another 11,000 contract there. We could do that one whilst we wait. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Might do this one as well, actually. 7k, yeah. There we go. Cool. Excuse me. To the site, which is over there again. As well. I think this guy is, yeah, this guy I will have to drive there myself, because for some reason this particular part of the map, the NPCs think that they can drive off a bridge in order to get there, because elevation is not taken into account, obviously. Uh-oh. Come on. No Austin powering. That was kind of my fault there. A bit my fault. Okay, now we're good. Yeah. Not mistaken. Yep, that's right. And then we have to go even further over. Here, where the log stack is. Perfect. We'll get him back to the road and get him en route to his destination whilst we deal with the other one. I think once this is all done, we should definitely have enough money to get the facility. It's just, are we going to have... is it going to be finished now or not? That is the question. Okay, this guy, load up. Beautiful. We'll check out what exactly Worker J is up to. I think that's one of my plows. Definitely don't want those slowing down at the moment. So let's get you going to here. Oh, no, both of those plows are working still. That guy is still going. Oh, that guy's still going as well. Okay, so apparently Worker J worked it out. That's a nice change, actually, because most of the time he doesn't. It was you, wasn't it? It was you. It was you. Get out of here. I don't care if you're not my tree or not. That's what it was stuck on. I dread to think sometimes. I really do. Right. Do we have a full pallet of honey yet? No, we do not. Is honey worth selling at the moment? Honey. Honey. Kind of. 3-2. Conductor's Cafe. I'm gonna do it now, guys. I'm gonna get rid of this. Raw honey. 800 litres. Before we go anywhere, let's just sell that and these. They are literally costing us money at the moment. And 1400 back is actually pretty darn good. Right, where is the Conductor's Cafe actually? I believe that's down near the shop. Yes, just down there. So let's go and hit the road. The main road. That's the wood transports arriving at the destination. The right words. 118 kilometers per hour in this old thing. 120. That's about 80 miles an hour. That's pretty crazy, actually. Ooh. Oh, 3K, nice. Not at all, not bad at all. Well, still going great. Ready to go, let's put them in. These logs sold. Beautiful. Play. Where's the next one? There he is. A little bit off-road. I will say this is a lovely little log transport system. Not sure if I prefer this or the semi-trailer, to be fair. Pretty good. Might get close enough there. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Collect that one and collect that one. Hey, the Giga Train is here. Giga Train. Still going. Still going. There's the end. Choo. On his... Oh, he's just started his third lap. Or started the third lap, should I say. This guy is on his last little pull up the hill. We are actually doing really quite well at the moment. Oh, until that happens. And of course it does. Just finish this ourselves, I guess. It's going to be getting stuck on trees. Might be taking over that ploughing contract as well again soon. Don't want to have to, but I think I might have to just because it's only barely 50%, not 50% done. Excuse me. This is field 6, isn't it? Yeah. Don't think you are finished, good sir. I think that's the other cultivator that's kind of decided to knock off early. Somehow I don't think you're finished yet, good sir. Need to get you back to work. First, let's just finish this off. Perfect. Oh no, he's still working. Who finished their work then? Someone refinished. Oh, it was that guy. Okay. Cool. Cool. Fantastic. Yeah, those contracts there. Terrible now, to be honest. Going well still. All right, there, dude. You better get a move on, because otherwise, Mister up there is gonna come crashing down on top of you. You need to hurry this up. Hurry this up, dude. Don't... No, stop. Don't back up anymore. Go. 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 Come on, mister. Like watching ships evade each other at sea. We get there eventually, but geez, oh man. Trying to give me a heart attack here? Jesus, man. Come on now. We're going to finish this off as well, actually, because I feel like we can make a quicker job of this than the NPCs can at this point. Looking at how much time we have left on the clock, I might have to complete that ploughing contract off screen. But we actually nearly have enough money to get that factory now. Put in a little tiny little bit of loan. I think any money that comes in from contracts and stuff right now is probably going to be spent paying off that loan a little bit just to get that out of the way. So if I take out a little bit extra just to cover the difference, I don't think that's going to matter too much. That finished. Perfect. Now then. It's that one again. These just kind of refresh over and over and over and over. That's definitely not looking too bad. You know, it's safe to say that is actually looking pretty good in terms of the ploughing contract, you know. It's just, I wish it was going just a wee bit quicker, that's all. But hey-ho, let's have a little look at our finances. If we borrow another 10,000, we should now be able to ourselves over here. Factories. Specialty laboratory. 5k. Right, rotate it round. We shouldn't need to access the dump area because we're going to be putting in distribution style. So if I just make it vaguely available like that, right? Just level that off then. Just soften that embankment just a little bit. Perfect. Right, now we can actually have a look at our tea laboratory. Okay, so dried thyme, dried lemon balm, dried linden, mint tea, lover's mint herbal tea, peppermint and mint. Okay, so peppermint. So which of these actually sells better? That is the question. Sweet dreams, bow time. Where are the other ones? Lover's mint tea. That was pretty good. 400 or 4,000. Where are the other ones? Because there was one that was really good. I don't seem to have access to that one. Mint herbal tea. 3,200. I think we'll avoid the mint tea and just go for the lover's mint tea because that's just as good, I think. Where was that one that was like 8,000? There it is. Dahut's herbal tea. Now that's the really good one. So how do I get that one? Ah, there it is. Oh, that's a bit of everything. Okay, so we do need, for that one, we do need the rosehip and the verbena. Okay, so we currently have... We have chamomile, lemon balm, mint, peppermint, and thyme and verbena. We do not have linden and rosehip. So we can do that one. We can do that one. We don't have linden or rosehip, so we can't do that one. That one needs linden and rosehip, so we need to get some of those. That's just mint. And that's mint. So I'm going to do that one, and that one for now. this on distributing and turn all of those on. Okay. Then what we need to do is we need to go back to construction, factories, cultivation, and we need to put down a few linden trees, Barry linden trees. Get that reference? Anybody get that reference? 5,000. Oh, it's 5,000 per thing. Okay. We'll have that with the contract. It's kind of worth it. It's kind of worth taking out, you know, a bigger loan. Just for access to those things. I'm gonna take out some more loan. I'm gonna take us up to 250. There we go. Because then we can actually get a couple of linden trees. One, two, and then let's get those, two of those. Should I put some more here somewhere? Tree. Want one more tree, you know? Here somewhere. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we have your stuff. It's not floating. No, it is not. That's good. All right. Okay, now we have a veritable tea plantation coming along quite nicely. Let's set this to on and distributing, on and distributing, on and distributing. Linden tree, distributing. I love how a tree can distribute its own leaves, you know, but hey, there we go. And that will fill up nicely with everything. Goodness me, it needs so much stuff. But that will mean that come May time, we should actually have some good amount of products to sell. What's that? Oh, I was going to say, has that crashed into something again? But no, it's just being slow. Just being slow. This guy on his fourth, I think this is the fourth headland that this guy is going to do now. And then he's going to start work on the up and downs. I think. Oh, hey, that's taking it to a different location. Interesting. That's also taking it to a different location. Okay. It's not too bad, but it's not too far from the shop either. Now, I will do these in my own time, guys, I think, because we've done far too much tree work so far. actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over and I'm just going to start ploughing wherever there's, you know, like all these end bits that it's missed off. I'm just going to start ploughing over them. Because then we don't have to come back and, you know, go around the outside again. Just keep out of the way of Mr. Big Boy over there doing his level best. Well, we may... 2/3 done. We are actually really close to finishing this contract. I wonder if we could actually get it done today. That would be pretty fantastic, you know? Come on now. Come on. I think it's because I'm driving on slightly ploughed ground there and it's just not liking it. I'll probably have flipped the plough around so that I'm not driving on it. But I'm too committed now, so we'll just carry on. I'm actually really glad I put this plough to work because otherwise it would have been so long. We still would have had all of this outside to get done. So yeah, this has been a good decision, I think. The plough, but I think I need to flip it, rotate. Let's go here next. Up, down, and carry on across the bottom. Way a little bit further over if we can. I'm just kind of ploughing wherever I see the need to plough at the moment, you know, without really following any guidelines. To try and get it done, you know. Yep. Still got about 20 minutes left. Actually, speaking of 20 minutes left, guys, I may as well fill you in on what's happening this next week. So, SnowRunner next phase comes out on Thursday. I'm probably not going to stream until the Sunday, though. It comes out on the Thursday, I believe, but Thursday is Natalie and I's doing stuff together day, shall we say. So I don't wanna stream on that day because that's when we do stuff together. Also, you know, it's a lot. With work and everything else like that, 3 streams a week is a lot. If I wasn't working, a different story. But I am, so I'm not. just how it goes. So next Sunday we are going to be cracking into SnowRunner once again, which is fantastic because I've missed it so much. It's going to be really nice to get back into it. But on Wednesday, I'm actually going to be starting a new game that I have meant to tackle on the channel for a while. I've kind of really wanted to add it to the rotation, but there's been so many things around that, you know, just not had time, basically. And that is Satisfactory. I actually bought it on recommendation from one of you guys. I think it was Bart that recommended it to me several years ago, and you know, I got it, and I did a little quick dive into it when I got it, and sadly never went back to it. But I have been meaning to. Struggling here because of the cloud ground. Would go there. I think that's fine to abandon. So yeah, we're going to be starting a little series on that on Wednesday, and that's going to pair up with Farming Sim basically. So like we were doing on the Wednesdays, we'll be swapping between Satisfactory and Farming Sim. That'll give you some time to kind of, you know, do a few things on each game in between sessions, just to move us along progression-wise. Yeah, so do join me for that, because that's going to be Wednesday. That's going to be my first real proper dive into Satisfactory, and I hear a lot of good things about it. In fact, the thing that got me thinking about it again recently was that I was looking for a game with trains in it. I really want to find a good game with trains, and I've done at least one here on the channel before, I think, games with trains, but I've never really found one that clicked with me. And then I saw Satisfaction had trains in it, and I'm like, there's a reason to go back to it. I've also been looking at Derail Valley, I think it's called. I don't currently have that one, but it is on my wish list. I've been looking at that more eagerly in the last couple of months, shall we say, so I might get that at some point. But I'm also waiting for Road Kings. You see, so many things. So many games that I want to play. Just not enough time to play them all. But yeah, Road Kings is another game. That's the Sabre Euro Truck Sim game, basically. I want to check that out when it comes out. So yeah, lots going on, but we'll be starting with Satisfactory on Wednesday. See how we fare with that. %, crikey. And so from that point on, we'll be doing Farming Sim Satisfactory on Wednesday and SnowRunner on the Sunday. Really hoping that this next phase of SnowRunner is going to be nice. You know, I really do hope that it's going to be agreeable. I really did not like Phase 17. Quite possibly my least favourite region thus far in the game. Given the fact that it's the only region that I have actually not played properly. I haven't finished it. Not 100% of it yet. I will probably go back to it at some point. I just need a break from it because it's stressing me out now. You know? Stressing me out something wicked. But we will no doubt get back to it at some point. Maybe after Phase 18. You know, after we finish Phase 18, I can go back to 17 if 19 isn't on the horizon. And finish it off then. That's the idea, anyway. Yeah, Phase 18 is actually looking really good. This new, I think it's Mexico inspired, kind of Caribbean tropical region. Does look really, really good. Very, very, very looking forward to it. Very, very much looking forward to it. Ah, me and words have a love-hate relationship. Words love to trip me up and I hate them for it. But what? Get on with it. Send. So close. Can we finish this? I think actually we can. We could finish this, you know? Especially if the big guy gets going. I think we could actually finish this before the end of today. It would be amazing. Then we might even be able to get forward a month in progression. Which would be fantastic, because then we could see how our tea production is going. I'm glad I didn't get a bigger plough for this guy, because slightest uphill incline, this guy is really struggling. But we're still doing good. We're still working through this. I'm still going strong over there, which is good. And if I can kind of go around all of this headland space and kind of tidy it up, then should definitely be in finishing before the end of today. So close. 84% now. Come on. I think I'm going to flip this now. Driving on cloud ground either way, but I think this one will get me better results. This bit's back there, but shouldn't need to get every single little bit. Shouldn't need to. Get these big sections, you know? There, but I'm sure Mr. Big Plough will come and get those bits later if we really need them. Maybe I will. Either or, you know. If I can get most of this ploughed, it'll be fine. Get as much as we can, easily enough. Big guy over there has reached the narrowest part of the field, so I think he's spending most of his time turning around. Isn't great. Survive. Beat him. Come on, mister. Come on, let's get there. Let's do it, let's do it. Hey, hey, look at that. Tall, but I think he's spending a lot of time turning around now, which is pushing our time up slightly, but not bad still. Where are you going? What are you doing? Slowing me down now. Come on. Yeah, come on. Away. Back it. Oh yeah, he's going to back it up here. Annoying me. You're in my way, sir. Move your posterior. Skidoodle. Shoot in my face. All these little bits. I think the farmer that hired us to do this job isn't going to be very happy with the job that we've come to do, to be fair. It's a bit messy. Hey, his field is ploughed. It's not ploughed very well. Random furrows everywhere. Really weird corners. Come on. We have to finish this before we finish today. This just seems like a quitter's job if we don't finish this today. %. This bit here, and then we're going to turn around, head back over here, start doing this edge bit. Go to the far end here and start going back and forth. Drive on unploughed ground for a start, which is going to help. Also, it cuts down the number of up and downs that guy has to do as well. Oh, 92%. Come on. So close. I might go a couple of minutes longer just to finish this job off because this is crazy close now. Really, really close, you know. Makes no sense to leave before we've finished. And then I think what I'll do for next time we do Farming Sim is I'll do some more contracts during the winter months. get us through to kind of May time, where a lot more interesting contracts are going to start coming up, and also our tea production will be, or our tea products will be ready to sell. We'll start selling herbal tea to the township of Forest Hills. 4 little bags. Of course. Remind me not to take on another ploughing contract in the near future, though, especially not on a field this size. It takes forever. But at least we're going to get a nice cool 35k out of it. Thereabouts. Actually, I would probably say most of the money that we get from this is going to cover the linden trees and the work cost, the hire cost for all of the workers we've had to hire to do all of these contracts. 5. Maybe one more pass up the field from him and one more pass up and down from me, and we should be good. We should be about done. He was a bit more expedient with his switching around that he's doing. You don't need to drive that far forward, dude. 7. Just your way round like that. Back down and get on with it again, yeah? Is this gonna do it? We're gonna have one more turnaround. I think we might end up with one more turnaround. And again, 98. This might actually do it. Because you don't have to do everything on a field, obviously. Contract has a little bit of a leeway to it. 8, 99. Come on. 100. Come on, 100. Boom. Finito. Collect. Boom. Vehicles, right. Return that. Boom. Finished. Contract is finished. I'm going to park this guy over here next to our plantation. Look at that. Lovely. Beautiful. Right, guys. Shall we... I'm gonna leave us with that, actually, because as much as I want to pay back some of that money, it's I think it's going to be better. Let me just double check that we do in fact have all of these productions running. We do have those running, storing, distributing, and on. Yes, yes. Dryer is distributing as well. Perfect. Let's see what we produce, and then we will wind down for today. But yeah, I think for next time, guys, on this, I'm going to take care of a few more contracts, maybe earn us a little bit of money, try and get that loan amount down a little touch. 15k from the radio tower. That is proving to be brilliant, I will say. What about the herbal tea? Let's have a look here. What have we produced? Nothing so far, but we are close to producing... Oh no, we're not actually that close to producing anything. We have definitely started to produce some of these teas, but they're not producing very quickly. Maybe that's just a matter of, you know, the materials aren't coming in as quickly as possible because we don't have an awful lot of materials in there either. The old dryer, yeah, is working, but not very quickly. Yeah, 72 cycles a month. It doesn't work very quickly. Okay, that's fine though. I'll do some wood transport missions in the interim, let that do a little bit more work. But I feel a lot better about today, guys. I tell you, that has been much more productive than the last session, that's for sure. We ran a load of contracts and barely got anything done, so that's all good. We have a tea plantation up and running. We have... oh, actually, when are soybeans supposed to be sold? Because we still have them to sell, you know. Soybeans. June. Okay, so plenty of time for those as well. Right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday with our first little foray into Satisfactory. And then next Sunday, we'll be diving into SnowRunner again. What seems like an eternity since we last got into SnowRunner. So, do join me for them, guys. And as always, hope you enjoyed today. And yeah, so until next time, take care, stay safe. Catch you later. Bye for now, everyone.